Symbiont Gamer Black Spider-Man 2009-2019 fan. that's that's a really long username. Wow. Welcome to the chat, though. Welcome. That's a really long username. Welcome to the chat. Ooh. How's it going, everybody? Oh, they left. I guess they thought that was insulting. What? Oh, let me share this on Discord. That's usually where people come over from. Boop. Done. Hashtag Gucci gang. Hashtag Gucci slang. Hashtag Gucci hang. Where's my fucking... Give me that. Always have a Coke. Zero sugar on the stream of the live variety. Ain't that right, you limp twat. What'd it do? Oh, it says no one's here, but I'm still getting messages, so I guess people are here. I don't know why it says there's no one watching. Assassinzilla 3, welcome to the live stream. Anyone collecting anything Gucci these days? I've been trying to do some collecting, but things aren't going so well at work. Business is slow, so I haven't been able to collect as much as I want to. Like, for instance, I want the Spider-Man Far From Home Marvel Legends wave from Hasbro, but I can't afford it because oopsie daisy, work's going slow. Which Bandai Red King? Like Bandai Ultra Monster Series, Red King, Bandai Ultra Monster 500 Red King. Is it the Ultra Act Red King? Which Red King? Bandai Red King's pretty broad. I'm gonna assume you mean the. Yeah, I was about to say. I'm gonna assume you mean Ultra Monster Series. Usually, if someone just says Bandai Red King, that's what they mean. Is just Ultra Monster Series. I just finished doing a shit ton of homework. That's what I do now. Instead of collecting, I just fucking study. Man, the only Red Kings I have are Red King EXs. I need a regular Red King. I only have EX Red King. But it's dope. I really like my EX Red King. I need a regular one. I'll probably get the 500 just because it's cheaper, to be honest. I'll probably just go for the cheapest option. Powered Red King is pretty cool. He's like actually red. So I don't know what he goes for because I haven't watched Ultraman Powered and therefore I'm not really interested in him. I usually don't get a monster unless I've seen that monster in action, you know? And I haven't seen Powered Red King in action. So I'm not going to get a figure. That's kind of a rule that I have for myself when it comes to collecting. I won't buy a figure of anything that I'm not familiar with. So if there's an Ultra Monster that I'm not familiar with, but I want to get that figure, I have to watch the episode it's in first. I have to know about the character before I get the figure. I don't have a Mecha Gomora. There have been a couple times where I almost bought one, and then I was like, I didn't really care. I have a Cyber Gomora, EX Gomora, Max Gomora, Rayonix Gomora. I have several Gomoras, but I don't have a Mecha. I don't have Earth either. Are there any other Gomoras I'm missing besides? I don't have a Showa, but I have a Heisei, so I don't really need a Showa. I have EX Gomora. EX Gomora was the very first Gomora I ever got. It's pretty cool. It's one of my coolest kaiju figures, I would say. I'm not at my house. This isn't my house. But there is a review of it on this channel. I'll put that in the chat. This isn't my house because I don't have good enough internet to stream at my house. A friend lets me come here to study, and in return, I take care of their dog and stuff. But yeah, just give me half. I have every NECA Godzilla that's come out in the 6-inch scale. All of them. Except the Loot Crate exclusive one. Because maybe one day I'll get it. I see him going for like $30 online, which isn't bad at all. I mean, that's what, $5 more than what it would have been if it was a general release. But I'll probably get that just for completion's sake. But yeah, I have the NECA Godzilla 2019. I also reviewed that on this channel. Let me just hold on. Motherfucker, I think one of my friends is watching this because he just sent me a message that said, quit eating, fat boy. He sees me eating my fucking chips. I bought these yesterday and they're almost gone. Jeez, I am a fat ass. Fuck. Every day I'm reminded that I'm gonna die alone. Every single day. I look in the mirror and I think, you don't deserve to exist. Is that sad? What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna send you guys a link. The ones announced at SDCC. So at SDCC they announced two, right? The the new Burning Godzilla, which is a 2019 one. They showed that off. I called that. Everybody knew they were going to make that because it's literally just a repaint. It's a really nice repaint, though, so I'm all good with that. I'll definitely get that just because I think it looks really nice. And then the 64, I'm really excited for because I don't have a 6-inch scale 64. I have the first release of the Monster Arts 64, but that's not 6-inch. That's more Revoltech scale, you know? So that kind of sucks. Okay. EX Gomora. Godzilla 2019. By the way, I screwed up. By the way, I got my Godzilla 2019 at and this is sponsored, by the way. I got my Godzilla 2019 from comicsplusofmacon.com. Well, I got it in their physical store, but I still got him, you know. So let me copy this fucking URL. Here's one. Beep. Beep. Yeah, I don't care about the remolded 84. Yeah, I totally forgot about the remolded 84. I remember it, but I don't feel like I need it. If it comes out and I have it in hand and it looks very different, then I might get it just because I only have one 84. But I mean, I like my 84 just fine. I'm not ignoring. I'm getting messages in 2 different chats. I'm not ignoring you. Don't call me Trisha. I don't. Oh, Trisha. He's talking about Trisha Yearwood. I guess that's a bit of an inside joke. I'm not ignoring you. Please don't be mad at me. But yeah, that's a thing. If you want to go to comicsplusofmacon.com, you can use the coupon code in the description or at the top of the chat, and you can get 10% off your order. Dab for 10% off. I hate myself. Boop. There's the other review. Got him. I thought he was a different color too, I think, if I remember correctly. Wasn't he a lighter color than the first one they released? I'm thinking he was also a lighter color. But I just don't know. I probably won't know until it's released. My comic shop gets all of them, so I'll probably just wait till they have it, and then we'll see. They're smart enough to save me one because they know I didn't pick my fucking. Someone's harassing me in a different chat, and I'm not picking my note. Ass. I want to confront. Why is he doing this? Jeez. Well, the video game version used lots of parts from 84. Well, most parts from 84. But that video game, the Godzilla in that video game, I think design-wise is actually based on 64. So that would have been more accurate for the video game version. Now I'm being made fun of for wearing a Christmas shirt because I need to do fucking laundry. I was gonna wear my new Venom shirt today, but I'm dog sitting and dog hair shows up really well on a black shirt, don't you think? I fucking know you're watching this, Will. Save me. Hey. Save me the Atomic Breath 2019 Godzilla. I want that. Some people, it's already what the fuck am I talking about? Why would you want the NECA King Ghidorah to be a Comic-Con exclusive? That would make it more expensive, and it would already be over $100. If NECA made a Ghidorah, I would probably get it, but I'd probably have to like put it on layaway or something to afford it. And stop buying Pokemon cards. I really slowed down on Pokemon cards recently, though. Jeez. I got some great friends, y'all. Tyler Ross, welcome to the live stream. I got several people in this stream that I don't recognize. You guys aren't my regulars, which is nice. That is nice. Yeah, a Godzilla vs. Kong trailer should be soon. Y'all see that Joker trailer? Joker's gonna be fucking good. It better be. It looks great. Oh shit. Sorry. my friend Will is watching, and I need to let him know. I fucking meant to tell my mom, because he and I went to the beach. We did some vlogs about it on the second channel, and he bought a ton of hot sauce from this seafood restaurant, and he's almost out. And I meant to tell my mom to grab him some because she was just at the beach for a weekend. I meant to tell her to get you some, man, and I totally forgot. I'm sorry. I meant to tell her to get you some, and I didn't do it. I'm a bad friend of sorts. On a mech being in Godzilla vs. Kong? Well, there's definitely a mech in the MonsterVerse because there's one hinted at in the credits of Godzilla King of the Monsters 2019. So there's a mech somewhere. I think the credits said there was one being built on Skull Island, which seems like a really fucking dangerous place to build a mech, but whatever. There'll be some kind of mech. I can already tell you it's not Mechagodzilla, because if it was Mechagodzilla, they would legally have to announce the licensing agreement. So it's not Mechagodzilla. It's not Mechani Kong. It's not Mogera. It's not Jet Jaguar. If it's going to be in this movie, that is. If that's just a hint at a movie they want to do way down the line and they just don't have the license yet, it could be one of those characters. Probably Mechagodzilla. Because I believe someone at Legendary did say they were interested in doing a movie with Mechagodzilla. Because Godzilla vs. Kong was supposed to be the end of the Monsterverse. It was supposed to be the end of the Monsterverse. But Legendary does not want it to be the end of the Monsterverse. They want it to keep going. And I do too. Monster movies are getting pretty popular. And I don't just mean giant monster movies. I mean like monster movies, period. You see how well Shape of Water did? Now it's just about fucking. They're fucking the monsters. I fucked a monster once. Her name was Amanda. That was a joke. God damn it. Every time I live stream, I get a shit ton of messages from my friends. And then it's like, Gucci Gang, my geese. Dark Fate trailer. I don't even know what that is. Hold on. Oh, Terminator Dark Fate. I don't give a shit about Terminator. I don't care about Terminator. I'm going to stuff my face because I'm sad. I'm not a big Terminator guy. I couldn't even finish the third one. A movie has to be really, really bad for me to not finish it. Because I watch bad movies for fun. So if I think a movie is so bad that I don't finish it, it's fucking bad. First Terminator's all right. Terminator 2 is dope as hell. Terminator Salvation is boring. It's so stupid. I haven't watched any of the shows or anything. Ow. Like, I haven't watched Sarah Connor Chronicles or anything like that because I don't care. I don't care about nothing except my kitty and my back pain, my chronic back pain because I'm an old man. Ow. I'm fat. Here's a little collecting story for y'all. So, I forever ago pre-ordered the GameStop exclusive Goldar. Because the Power Rangers Lightning Collection is really cool, and I wanted this Goldar. Never even had a Goldar figure, period. Not even as a kid. And it's GameStop exclusive, of fucking course, because GameStop always gets like a shit ton of exclusives. And I pre-ordered it literally the day after it was announced. I pre-ordered it. And then people started getting theirs, and I didn't get a call. Most of the time, GameStop will call you if your pre-order for a toy comes in, because video games have like a set date, but toys just kind of arrive around a general time. So I wasn't getting my call, so I just kind of went in to check on it because I was in town anyways. And they were like, "Oh, we canceled your pre-order and didn't tell you about it." And then apparently that happened to a lot of other people, some that I knew. And they were like, "Our store isn't even going to get Goldar." And I was like, "Well, that's fucking bullshit." And then they were going for like, what? Like all these scalpers had them on eBay for like $80. Like, fuck that. I saw them going between 60 and 80, and that was total bullshit. They've probably gone down now, just because that was like right when it came out, and it's been like a week. So they probably realized they aren't selling any. And then a few days later, on the way home from school, I stopped in that mall to pee at the Barnes and Noble because there's a clean bathroom. And I was just like, might as well check the GameStop while I'm here. And they had Goldar on the fucking shelf. My Goldar that I pre-ordered and they canceled my pre-order for was on the fucking shelf. And I was like, you assholes. I know it's not the employee's fault. That was like a GameStop as a company's fault because it was happening all over the States. But I bought the Goldar. I still got the Goldar. And that's still really stupid. And then, of course, the day after I picked up Goldar, they formally announced that Psycho Blue Ranger is going to be a fucking GameStop exclusive. And that's the Psycho Rangers are my favorite Power Ranger villains of all time. So I have to get every Psycho Ranger figure that comes out. I got all the legacy ones. And of course, the Lightning Collection ones are going to be better than the legacy ones. So I got to get that too. Well, I don't have to, but I'm sick in the head, so I will. I don't think there's ever going to be a Godzilla versus Ultraman movie. Ever. I don't think it's going to happen. Ultraman is way more popular than Godzilla. I don't think they need it. You know what I mean? Usually when someone does a crossover, it's because both the franchises need a little bit of attention, maybe. And Ultraman does not need the attention. It's doing very well. And Godzilla's doing well too, but the Ultraman anime is definitely not crossing over with Godzilla. Are you serious? I wonder what they're going to do for the Ultraman Season 2 anime, though. Because I read the Ultraman manga. I'm all caught up. And there's some things that happened in Season 1 that they changed from the comic. And it makes some of the events from later in the comic hard to happen. And I wonder how they're going to get around that. Are they going to go kind of Full Metal Alchemist style and just start making up their own stories? Or are they going to try to write themselves back into place? I don't know. Can you send me an article with that announcement in it so I can see that? Can you send that in the chat? Because I haven't heard that, and it seems like I would have. I'm fucking fat. Watch me lick my fingers like a little piggy. I'm a little piggy. Oh, jeez. I'm looking at. I'm like searching right now, and I don't see any announcement for more anime Godzilla. Nothing. Not a thing. Are you sure that was real? Or was it just some troll on Toho Kingdom or whatever? Oh, here we go. July 2008, 2019. After a long delay, the Kaiju returned to U.S. theaters Thanks to the release of Godzilla King of the Monsters with a comic book tie-in and anime under its belt. That anime sucked, by the way. All 3 movies sucked ass. The franchise has found itself expanding in new ways over the last year, and the studio behind the kaiju has no plans to stifle Godzilla. As it turns out, Toho Studios has big plans in store for Godzilla, and some of them include anime once more. San Diego Comic-Con, Toho representative asked if more animated movies will be released. Okay, so it's not more sequels. That's what I was wondering. Not specific to that series of movies, but as far as the animation format goes, absolutely. We believe there will be some exciting content around that as well. So that's not an absolute. That's not an absolute, but that's a very possible. Because Toho has moved entirely away from tokusatsu filmmaking for Godzilla. So no people in suits, because Shin Godzilla was motion capture, and then the 3 after that were all just straight up CGI for everything. So yeah, they're not saying more of the anime movies. They're saying we're just going to use more digital animation, basically. But I'm sure the whole thing will be anime. That makes sense. I mean, Toho doesn't want to spin that. Yeah, I don't know who D-Man 1954 is. Yeah, that news doesn't really excite me or surprise me. I mean, all they're saying is, I mean, we already knew a ton of new movies were coming because they said they wanted to create a bunch more stuff. It's just they don't want to do live action because it costs too much. I think Toho's just kind of being cheap, to be completely honest. But yeah, looks like there's more animation in the future. My head hurts. Probably because I've been staring at this fucking screen all out. Goddamn. I'm doing this to unwind. So what kind of action figures are y'all mainly collecting right now? Currently, I'm pretty much only collecting tokusatsu and kaiju stuff. That's not going to happen. Shin Godzilla versus Evangelion is absolutely not going to happen. If that happens, it won't be in this dimension. That was just a marketing crossover. And to be completely honest, unless they're in full control, Toho does not like doing crossovers. They're infamous for not wanting to work with other studios. Don't ever expect big crossovers from them like that. Once again, that was a marketing crossover. All that was for was promotion. All that was a promotion. There's no movie planned for Godzilla versus Evangelion. And Shin Godzilla is almost definitely not coming back. Because once again, it was just a marketing thing, because at the time, both those franchises were kind of not raking in that much. Evangelion hadn't released anything new in years. Godzilla hadn't released anything new in years in Japan. 2016 is when they started making Godzilla movie again in Japan. So they did this joint crossover to kind of, get the word out there. Hey, we're doing stuff again. And I think it worked, actually. I think it was a pretty good idea. I think it did pretty well. Plus, we got a cool Kiru repaint figure. That was really nice. I never got it, but I thought it looked cool. I'm almost out of fucking chips. Look at that. Can't even see a goddamn chip in there. I own several of the effects sets from Tamashii. I don't have the first two, but I have the next two. I think I reviewed at least one of them, but I don't remember. The thing about the effects set is the buildings are almost too small for the kaiju. Like, the buildings come up to their thighs, and it's like, I want a fucking skyscraper, you know? I want a skyscraper. I need bigger buildings for the kaiju. Oh, and we are getting an effect set for Ultraman X from SH Figuarts. I know that. More show it, yeah. Well, I guess we do. Because the Showa series had the most monsters and the most looks for Godzilla. So it makes sense that they would be the most figures, but they really focus on Heisei and current movies, to be completely honest. But ever since... I'm so fat. Ever since Monster Arts had that big creative team switch, they have not been as creative. Like, some of the articulation's improved and stuff, but they seem to be less willing to do more out there stuff, We've had several repaints of the Burning Godzilla mold since then. We've had a lot of special color versions, which is good if you missed one, but if you just get all the ones that come out, it's like, what the hell? Some of the special color versions are more expensive than the regular one when it came out, even though they're almost the exact same thing. So unless Monster Arts releases something very unique, I'm probably not going to get a Monster Art again anytime soon. They're so expensive, and I feel like they aren't worth the price. Because when they were first coming out, they were definitely worth the money. And they've now, like, every Monster Art that comes out is nearly $100 or close to it. What was the Monster Arts Godzilla 2019? Like 80? And then the Mothra and Rodan are a 2-pack. What if you just want one of them? I honestly like NECA more. NECA doesn't have the rights to as many monsters, because Bandai has them in a fucking vice grip. But NECA's figures are more durable. They're cheaper. You can still get them in most of the same poses. I fucking love the NECA line. I just opened my NECA Rodan the other day. I filmed the review. I haven't uploaded the review yet, but I filmed it. I liked it, though. It was a cool Rodan. Oh, fuck! What was that? There, that's attached better now. I'm out of chips. Someone go get me more chips. I'll sub to whoever gets me chips. Yeah, I don't have any of the Monster Arts King of the Monsters figures, so I can't say anything. But I didn't even like how the King of the Monsters Ghidorah looked, because its wings are so big that it has to be displayed a certain way with stands and stuff, and the wings don't really articulate at all. So, and the legs, because of how big the legs are articulated, but because of the wings, the legs pretty much have to stay in one position, and you can't get this Ghidorah in a real nice flying position like you could the Heisei Ghidorahs they released. So you're basically paying over $100 for a Ghidorah that can really just has superposable heads and tails. How much are you going to see of the tails in display? So you're basically just paying for a Ghidorah with superposable heads. Over $100 for that? Pass. Easy pass. Easy pass. I think NECA might be a little more accurate because Monster Arts doesn't always base the figures on the suit. For example, I think the Godzilla 2000 was actually based on a puppet or something that they made for behind the scenes stuff, or like a sculpture they made for the concept art or something. I don't know. But it was based off something that wasn't the suit. I'm not getting the third party Showa Ghidorah because one, it is it's a bootleg. Let's face it. Third party is a polite way of saying it, but it's a bootleg. And if it falls apart, they're not gonna do anything about it. If you get it and it's damaged, they're not gonna take it back because it's an illegal figure anyways. You know, there's a lot of risk. Plus, the paint is probably full of lead, which is bad, of course. Lots of the pictures I've seen of it, it almost looks more brown than gold. It doesn't look very gold, and King Ghidorah needs to be gold. Also, I just straight up don't have the room to display it right now. I'm kind of rearranging my whole collection currently, and I'm kind of boxing up all my American superhero stuff because I'm not really collecting that right now. So, Japanese superheroes like Ultraman, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Garo, Kick Eider, things like that, I'm still getting and displaying, but lots of like Marvel and DC stuff, I'm not really. I haven't been to G Fest since 2012. I have not been to G Fest since 2012. It's a very expensive trip, and most of my money goes to school and taking care of my car. Because in 2012, I went during my senior trip before I had most of my adult responsibilities. Because I mean, I'd have to buy a plane ticket to get there, a hotel for 2 nights at least, and then let's face it, I'm easily going to spend a couple $100 on action figures and stuff. Not to mention, I have to buy food the whole time I'm there. New York or SDCC? Probably not. I mean, I'm an hour and 30 minutes away from Dragon Con. I could be there right now if I wanted to. But I didn't really want to. I Boy, my back hurts. I need pills. When you bring me chips, bring me pills too. My pills are in my car, and I don't know where the pills are in this house. Bring me a Coke, also, while you're at it. He's talking about Comic-Con, not G-Fest. To be honest, I actually just went to a con, but it was a work convention and not a hobby convention. I went to a funeral sciences expo. There's a convention for. I went to a convention for funeral science students and professionals. I'm a mortician's apprentice. Gucci gang. That was the last con I went to. That was Wednesday. I went to a con Wednesday, but it wasn't a sci-fi comic pop culture con. It was a work convention. If I lived closer, I'd probably go. If I'm gonna pay money to fly out and stay at a convention, it's gonna be G-Fest. You know what I mean? I can't afford like to go to multiple conventions a year. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I don't have the money or the time. What? You expect me to entertain you? Haven't been buying as many comics recently either. I've really cut back on comics. I don't. Oh, I had a pretty good. I had a pretty good fucking lunch. It was really fucking good. In my town, I can count the number of restaurants on my hands, and like my town is so small. We don't even have a place to buy clothes here. It's so small. And there's only one good restaurant in my entire town. By the way, shout out to Emperor of the Cosmos for joining the chat. Shout out to Sean Christensen. Oh my fucking god. Sean Christensen for joining the chat. Happy Friday. Everyone I know is slowly dying. What it do? What it do? I actually have one of my favorite comic stories of all time right next to me. I brought it here to lend it to a friend or a couple friends because I have a friend who I've already lent this to, Batman Hush, the greatest Batman story ever fucking written. The Dark Knight Returns is a close second, but this is the best Batman story ever. So I lent it to a friend a while ago, and he and I did a graphic novel review of this book on this channel. And his wife wants to watch the Batman Hush animated movie that came out recently, which is very different from this book because this book's too long to fit into one movie. The Hush movie came out recently, and I have a copy of it, and they're too poor to get a copy of it. So, oh yeah, this is from when Batman's about to kill the Joker and Gordon stops him. That's what's happening right here. But fucking, she wants to watch the movie, and normally I'd let someone watch the movie without reading the comics first. Like if they were like, "Oh, let's watch fucking what's a good example? Justice League War." I wouldn't make them read Justice League Volume 1 Origin. If they wanted to watch Batman Gotham by Gaslight, I wouldn't make them read Gotham by Gaslight. Well, the Gotham by Gaslight movie is actually better than the comic anyways, not visually, but story-wise it is. But with Hush, this is one of Not just one of my favorite comic stories of all time, but one of my straight up favorite stories of all time. Batman Hush is fucking good. It's got my favorite Catwoman design ever. Look at that Jim Lee Catwoman. Oh my god, it's my favorite look for Catwoman. And Batman, it's also my favorite look for Batman. Batman in blue without the yellow is my favorite Batman design. So it's got my favorite Catwoman design, my favorite Batman design. It's got Tim Drake in it. He's my favorite Robin. Uh, it's got so many different villains. It's got my boy Killer Croc. It's got Superman. I fucking love Killer Croc in this book too because he's like mutating beyond his regular mutation. It's really dope. Joker's in here. It's always pretty rad when the Joker shows up, and it's fucking good. The book keeps you guessing because at the beginning of the book you're like, oh well, it's obvious who Hush is, and then about halfway through you're like, wait a second, maybe it's not so obvious who Hush is, right? Oh man, this book, mine cost $24.99. But this is an older printing of it. There's actually, I think, like an anniversary edition of this you can buy now that I think has more stuff in the back. Um, I bought this when I went to UGA. It was in the UGA bookstore. That's where I bought this. I have read this book so many times that it's falling apart. I'm not kidding. You see where the cover's like peeling? You see that? The cover is peeling, and some pages are like straight up. This is how much I've read this book. It's falling apart. That's how good it is. I need a new copy of this. Actually, I'll wait to get a new copy after this one falls apart. You know, I can keep that page there, and it's fine. But yeah, so my friend needs to read this book before I let her watch the movie. But then we can all watch the movie after she's read it. Done. Get that out of here. Get out of here. I also have an Ultraman manga in my car. I have a whole stack. I have a ton of comics in my car because I just have a bag of them that I take everywhere in case I get stuck in like a waiting room or something, so I have something to read. Also, I stay in a hotel out of town one night a week, and that gives me something to do in the hotel other than jack off, Where's that fucking dog? When the dog's inside and you don't see him for a bit and it's real quiet, you get a little nervous. What are they doing? What are they up to? Pip! Pip! She's probably just laying on the bed. But well, she can't be chewing my comics because this is the only comic of mine in this whole house. So my cat chewed on it though. You see where my cat bit this comic? My fucking cat did that when she was a kitten. When she was a kitten, she loved to chomp. She loved answer what? Last message you sent was an emoticon. What other comics do you like? My favorite comic right now is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from Boom Studios. It's so fucking good. It's the best thing I've ever read. My favorite comic book event for the longest time was Blackest Night, but I think Shattered Grid from the Power Rangers book might have actually beaten it. might have actually beaten it. Shattered Grid was fucking fantastic. I love it. I'm reading the current Batman book, but ever since the wedding issue, it's kind of gone downhill. I'm just kind of waiting for it to end, and then I'm going to stop reading it. What else? The Rick and Morty comics are really funny. The Rick and Morty comics are very funny. I'm reading those. I like Alien and Predator comics a lot. The Fire and Stone, Prometheus, Aliens, Predator, AVP crossover was really good. That's a pretty recent book. I love Ahab Predator. He's in a lot of comics. What other? I really like The Flash. Current Flash book is pretty good. Venom. Oh my gosh, the current Venom book is really good. Venom is probably my favorite Marvel character of all time. So, the Venom book is great. The Venom book before this one wasn't so hot, but the current Venom book, starting with Volume 1 Rex, is really, really, really fucking good. I mean, I like them both. DC recently made a very good move with DC Rebirth because the New 52 just didn't feel like DC, you know? It had some good books. I feel like DC's darker characters did really well under the New 52, and then its lighthearted characters didn't. Like, I fucking hated New 52 Superman. I liked his Kryptonian armor. You know, lots of people dissed that. I thought that was cool looking. But I fucking hated New 52 Superman. In his first issue, in the first few pages, he kills a dragon. Superman killing so quickly he resorted to just killing it. That's not Superman. Are you kidding me? Especially since that dragon was Kryptonian. The Superman I know would have done everything to preserve that life from his fallen planet. And he didn't even try. And Supergirl got mad at him for killing it. She was bad in the New 52 also. She was mean to everybody. She was so mean in the New 52 that she became a Red Lantern. I have those issues. She became a Red Lantern. I was like, what? But DC Rebirth, everyone feels like they should. Superman is fucking fantastic. This is not from Rebirth. This is from pre-New 52. I'm going to put that to the side. This is actually pre-Infinite Crisis. It's post-regular Crisis, but it's because Infinite Crisis happens at the same time as Under the Red Hood. And this happens before Under the Red Hood. Because Clayface in person... that's a spoiler. I'm not going to tell you that. I fucking... But yeah, because like as I said, the darker characters did really well in New 52. New 52 Batman was fucking incredible. I don't think it had a single bad issue. Scott Snyder is bae. So good. And then like the first 2 or 3 volumes of Green Lantern were good. And I had a big because Green Lantern, Hal Jordan Green Lantern is my favorite superhero. Well, I'll answer that question after I rant about Green Lantern in the New 52. Because Jeff Johns on Green Lantern is like the best thing in the world. Jeff Johns is directly the reason Hal Jordan is my favorite superhero. The Jeff Johns run is just the best, my favorite comic run of all time. All time. Jeff Johns Green Lantern, a decade of books, just perfect. And then after he left, almost the entire core was dead. The new recruits were children. Oa was destroyed. And I didn't have a problem with that because having Mogo as a base actually really fucking works. And it's honestly just visually more beautiful. So I actually like them on Mogo. But the big problem with New 52 Green Lantern was every story was a crossover. There were 4 Green Lantern books, and there didn't need to be. You had Green Lantern Corps, Red Lanterns, and Green Lantern New Guardians. And I have every volume of every single one of those, and most of them aren't good or are just okay. And if you read one Green Lantern book, you had to read the other 3 because anything important that happened was a crossover. And that was just expensive, you know? And I could rant about Marvel doing stuff too, because like Marvel has too many big events. Marvel has too many miniseries that go along with events. Marvel, ever since the MCU became popular, Marvel thinks that every single one of its books needs to be a comedy. I have complaints for both, but you know. Okay, now what was the first question? I was ranting and I missed a lot of chat. My full-time gig. Okay, I have several I have several sources of income because none of them are good enough to support me. One, I'm a full-time student. I'm taking 14 credit hours right now. So most of my time is spent being a student. Instead of getting paid to do that, I paid to do that. So that fucking sucks. And then I work at a funeral home, which is inconsistent because some months I'll work a ton and I'll make a bunch of money. And then some months, no one in my small town will really die and I won't make much money at all, which is why I also work as a dog and house sitter. Lots of the people that go to my parents' church go out of town a lot. This isn't my house. This isn't my fucking house. This is someone else's fucking home. Those aren't pictures of my kids on the wall because I'm not dumb enough to have kids. So I do a lot of dog sitting. Actually, I make as much with the dog sitting and stuff as I do with my regular funeral home job because lots of people I dog sit for have jobs that send them out of town on conferences and stuff. So they're like, oh, watch my house and my dog. But then I also get to eat all their food. And that saves me money on food. Because their food's going to go bad if I don't eat it because they're going to be gone for like a week. And then I also do sell collectibles on eBay and at the comic shop. I have some collectibles on eBay if anyone's interested. And so I have a Patreon page if anyone's interested in that as well. I'm going to be doing some giveaways on Patreon. I think I want to give away some Ultraman figures actually. I have an Ultraman Ginga and an Ultraman Victory figure that I want to give away. Okay, these chats are racking up way too fucking fast. Okay. Do I sell full time? Collecting and selling is not my job, but I've made a lot selling Pokemon cards recently. And I sold several Marvel Legends and some DC figures recently too. That I made a good bit of money on that. I made some profit on some Marvel Legends actually. Ryan Reynolds and Tom Cruise for what parts? Oh, you talking about for Hal Jordan? You know who I wanted to play Hal Jordan? Is who most of the people on the internet wanted to play Hal Jordan. Chris Pine. His portrayal of Captain Kirk in the J.J. Abrams Star Treks was exactly how I want Hal Jordan to fucking act. For the most part. So I thought he would have been fucking perfect. But then they cast him as Steve Trevor, and now we can't have that. Fuck. He did good. He did pretty well as Steve Trevor also. How many Godzilla figures do you have? Also, do you like Baragon? I do like Baragon. I have the Revoltech Baragon. I still need the GMK one. Dude, I have so many Godzilla figures. I don't even know, man. I straight up don't know. Now what are we talking about? Oh, if I also need extra cash, I can just work on my dad's farm for a couple days. Also. What are we doing? No kidding. Do I do full prep? If you're asking if I like clean, embalm, and dress dead people, the answer is yes. I do have to touch dead bodies a lot in my line of work. The links for the pages should be in the description. Oh, what con? The funeral convention I was just at? Yeah, it was kind of boring. It was good at the beginning, and then it got boring, like more boring as it went along. I got a free lunch, though. I got a free lunch. All I had was chicken fingers and carrots, but it was free. Links for the pages. Okay. Okay. Here's Patreon. I have a lot of content up on Patreon for people already. There are 3 tiers, and it's a lot cheaper than most Patreon pages. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than Monster Island Buddies, I'll tell you that. And then you wanted eBay, right? eBay. Let me go there. Oh, I might have to sign because I usually do eBay from my phone, so I might not be signed in. No, it looks like I'm signed in because it's showing all these Korean action figures that I wanted to buy. I have a notification. Let me make sure that's not a sale. No, it's not. It's a coupon for Hasbro, which is good. I could use that, but I really don't want to. Made it forever ago, but I only relatively recently started using it. And one of the reasons I don't use eBay on my laptop is because it's so damn slow for some reason. Damn it. I don't have that much on eBay right now, but but that's because everybody bought everything I had. Lots of my stuff was bought. I had a few Power Ranger things up on there, but I think I only have one Power Ranger thing left. Is Pokemon a matter of having cash to buy good cards? Well, any game like that kind of is. I've been playing Pokemon for years. I used to go to tournaments and everything. I used to go to tournaments at my local comic shop. We even had team shirts on my team. You can buy like pre-made decks and stuff if you want, but they won't be as good as decks you build by yourself. The theme decks are all shit. But there are like Battle Arena and legendary battle decks that you could get. Right now they have a set out called Hidden Fates, and it's really easy to pull good cards in Hidden Fates because it's a limited set. It just hit shelves a while ago. I need to get more of those. And if you want to watch me open Pokemon cards, I do all my unboxing videos on the second channel. So, second channel. Yeah, that's that message is a little late. Welcome to the chat, by the way, Jaden. Yeah, this is my favorite look for Catwoman, dude. Like, all the biggest villains are in this book for real. All the biggest villains. This story is the perfect balance between like romance and mystery. Because all the best Batman stories are detective stories, and this is definitely a detective story. You got Poison Ivy. You got freaking so many goddamn villains. Holy shit. You got Poison Ivy. You got Killer Croc. Who else is in here? I'm just going to keep flipping through the book. There's Clayface. There's Scarecrow. Riddler's in here. Love me some Riddler. Riddler's good in this book, too. He's not in it much, but most of his time on the pages in this book is very impactful. Just very impactful. God, what a... Harley Quinn in her classic outfit before she, back when she actually wore clothes, back when Harley Quinn actually wore clothes. Joker, here he is. Boom. There's the boy himself. Isn't that and dude, this is just like such a good creating. Jeff Loeb has done such good work. And my favorite comic artist of all time did the pencils for this, Jim Lee. I fucking love Jim Lee, dude. I fucking love Jim Lee. He's the best. His X-Men is like the most popular. They're the most popular X-Men designs ever. It's insane. What's the trick to making profit on Pokemon? Well, I'm not aiming to make a profit on Pokemon. I play the game for fun, so I'm going to get cards for that anyways. Um, but I just sell off the ones I don't need to make that money back. It's more making the money back and breaking even, or at least putting a dent in the overhead, you know? So I sell lots of the cards that aren't worth anything into boxes. I put them in boxes and I sell them to the comic shop, and then the comic shop turns them into grab bags, and then they sell those grab bags. Um, and then the cards that are worth something I'll sell on my own, like GXs, tag teams. There's some trainers like Guzma and Bill's Maintenance that are worth a lot right now. Bill's Maintenance, I think it's called Bill's Maintenance. Bill's something. It's worth like $5. That's a lot for a card. I'll sell those and special cards, etc. Some promos you can sell for a little bit because people don't want to buy the box to get just the promo. So sometimes you can sell the promo for like $1. That's fine. But a way to really make profit is to do mystery boxes and sell those on eBay. But to be completely honest, I think the idea of the mystery boxes is such shit. It's like a scam. It's straight up like it's a scam. Whatever. But if you mystery boxes, I'm not a big. I'll never buy an eBay mystery box. Look how hungry I am. Just kidding. Pip's here somewhere. Pip! Pip! She's around. Pip! Pip, get your tight, moist dog ass in here. I bet she's just laying on the bed in the guest room. Oh my goodness! What? She came. Hey, baby! Hey, baby. Oh, hey. Wow, don't stick your tongue in my mouth. She loves me. You slut. Okay, so I'm going to hook this back onto my laptop now. This is my new webcam. I like it. I don't have my fancy mic with me, though, so the audio is probably not too great. My big Yeti mic is harder to haul around than my webcam. I just straight up keep my webcam in a little box in my backpack. Beep, beep, beep. My fucking computer just froze. Okay, we're good. We're fine now. We're Gucci gang. We're hella swag. We're hella YOLO. Oh, I guess just this web page is. I guess just this web page is fucking frozen. It's good now though. So what are we doing? What's up? Is there anything else I collect? I collect the cards. I collect more than Pokemon. I have several Power Ranger and Godzilla cards as well. I have some Red Man cards even. And then I read several comics. I've been more into monster books than superhero books recently, though. What else? Oh, there's a Pumpkinhead book I ordered that I'm so excited for. Ooh. When does Superman kill? Well, in Batman Hush. There is a little bit of a fight. I've seen Superman kill many times. It's usually not the main continuity Superman, though. You know what I mean? Superman killed in Superman 2. No one ever talks about it, but he killed 3 people. He killed 3 Kryptonians in Superman 2. Watch Superman 2 again. I'm telling you, he straight up, after he removes the Kryptonians' powers, he just pushes them, and they fall to their deaths. It's insane. Oh my god. It's oh my god. The New 52 had good books. It had good books. Batman was good in the New 52. Batman The Dark Knight was a very underrated title from the New 52. It was really good. What else did I read from the New 52 that I liked? New 52 Justice League was good. New 52 Aquaman was good. What the fuck else was good? I haven't reread a lot of New 52 stuff recently. There was a lot of New 52 stuff that sucked, though. New 52 Superman sucked. New 52 Flash sucked. New 52 Batman Detective Comics was okay. New 52 Hawk and Dove really fucking sucked. Have I watched The Killing Joke? Yes. To be completely honest, I'm not even a big fan of the Killing Joke comic. I think it's overrated. I think the comic is overrated. I mean, the whole story is about this fucking thick, but they sell it for like $30 in deluxe editions. And it's like, Alan Moore is like a dick. And that really comes across in his writing. I feel like the Batman Joker relationship was portrayed really the same way in The Dark Knight Returns, and I just liked it better there. And The Killing Joke was supposed to have Batman kill the Joker, but the editors wouldn't let Alan Moore do that. Otherwise, that story would have ended with Batman killing the Joker, which is why it looks so vague at the end, because the creators and the editors couldn't agree on an ending. And then the Killing Joke movie is just really bad. I don't care about Batgirl fucking Batman. Everyone had a problem with that. That didn't bother me at all, because that's been in my head since I was a child, because they dated in the Bruce Timm animated shows. That's one of the reasons she's so pissed off at him in Batman Beyond, because they fucked. Batman fucking Batgirl has happened multiple times throughout DC Batman media. People just choose to ignore it, and then they didn't ignore it for the Killing Joke for some reason. Don't be so selective. I didn't like the Killing Joke comic very much. I really didn't like the movie, because they were like, because the Killing Joke isn't even long enough to make into a movie. And you can extend a comic to make it to a movie, because they extended they extended Gotham Under Gaslight to make it a movie, and they actually made it better than the fucking comic story-wise. But then they extended The Killing Joke, and it just felt like 2 episodes of a TV show, because the beginning was all a Batgirl story. And they were like, oh, we'll make the beginning of the movie a Batgirl story, so that way when the Joker shoots her, it doesn't feel like she's just being used as a plot device to motivate Batman. But it still felt that way. It actually felt that way more so because you were being so forced about it in the beginning of the movie. What are we talking about? What do I think about Superior Iron Man? I reviewed the first volume of Superior Iron Man on this channel. I haven't reviewed the second volume yet, because I haven't read the second volume yet, I'll admit. I got it on sale, but I haven't gotten to it yet. I got it for like just a few dollars, dirt cheap. But volume 1 of Superior Iron Man was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it, actually. I thought it was dope. It ain't no Superior Spider-Man, but it was pretty cool. I like that armor, too. What lost Godzilla Lost film is your face? You didn't have to use Lost twice. Which Lost Godzilla film is my favorite? I don't know. I haven't seen any of them because they're lost. Also, are there, I mean, if I have to answer that, I'll answer it with the Wolfman one, I guess. Oh, which Godzilla concept films? That's a completely different question. That's a completely different question. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't really care about concept films. I guess the original concept for GMK, but that's really only because I love Varen so much, you know? I put out for Varen. Pip! Don't look at me with those eyes. Come over here and give me snuggles. Come over here and give me snuggles. I demand snuggles. Lick my face. Call me daddy. Put your paws in my mouth. She ran away. Or she left the room. Is a Super Godzilla movie possible? I mean, the movies already kind of have a super form for Godzilla, don't they? Isn't the Burning Godzilla in 2019 a Super Godzilla of sorts? It's not the Super Godzilla design, but it is a powered up Godzilla. That's our powered up Godzilla for the movies. It's just Burning Godzilla. What's your favorite Titan from King of the Monsters besides the legacy ones? Behemoth. Not a hard question. I get asked that all the time. Been asked that on multiple live streams. Behemoth. I really hope the YMSF Behemoth figure gets licensed because I would 100% buy it. Sun's getting real low. When the sun starts to go down, it comes in these windows real bad. But these people don't have any blinds on these windows, so it always gets in my fucking face. Godzilla versus Bagon. To be completely honest, I do not know what the fan obsession with Bagon is. Godzilla fans are always like, oh, we want Bagon in a movie. We want a Bagon figure. Bagon. What's the big deal about Bagon? He doesn't stand out to me at all. I don't understand why everyone is so obsessed with Bagon. It makes no sense to me. None. But to be honest, I doubt we'll ever see Bagon in a movie at this point. His video game was so long ago that most of the Japanese audience probably doesn't give a shit. Godzilla in Hell was a fucking dope comic, and I loved it. I love the Godzilla in Hell comic book. It's never, ever going to be a movie because it would be a very bad movie. The way they tell the story in that comic would not translate to film at all. At all. It would be a terrible movie, and it would be so out there that I don't think it'd be really something that would appeal to the general audience. But the Godzilla in Hell comic is fucking badass. God, I need to reread that. I've been meaning to for a while, and I just haven't gotten around to it. Godzilla in Hell is great. Fuck. I'd say Godzilla's more OP in the miniseries because he's not as strong as he is in the ongoings as he was in the miniseries. For the I'm strictly speaking IDW because I haven't read all of the Marvel comics and I haven't read any of the Dark Horse comics. Godzilla versus Avengers will never happen. I already did a whole spiel about crossovers with Toho and stuff. Never going to happen. And I wouldn't even want to see that. I wouldn't want to see that, to be completely honest. I don't really care. That sun is really getting to me. I might move. I might freaking move. Dude, Godzilla killing off the Olympian gods in Rage Across Time was fucking awesome. Zeus was the only one he didn't kill, right? Zeus just lost most of his power fighting Godzilla, and then Zeus wrote the account of it, which is how people knew about it in the comic. I actually think the Godzilla Rage Across Time comic was in continuity with the ongoing series. I'm pretty positive. So that happened in the ongoing series, canon-wise. I'm pretty sure it's canon with the ongoing series. The other miniseries are not. They're their own continuity. But Rage Across Time, I'm pretty sure was in continuity with the ongoings. I think it takes place. I think Rage Across Time takes place after Rulers of Earth. Gucci Gang. Oh shit! I have a ton of text messages. I gotta check my text messages because if any of the people I'm house sitting for message me, I pretty much have to answer. Oh, one of my friends is coming over. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? My grandma, my mom just sent me pictures of my grandmother's new dog in her Halloween costume. They already have her a damn Halloween costume. I think Godzilla vs. Ghost Godzilla would be a cool comic. I would love to see that as a comic, but as a movie, I don't think it's super necessary. But I think a Ghost Godzilla comic would be pretty cool. Look at this little baby. Look at this little doggo. That's cute as fuck. That's what I'm going to tell my mom. That's cute as fuck. Should I send that to my mom? Should I send that's cute as fuck to my mom? Nah, I'm not going to do that. She'll be mad at me. And then, oh, shit. I think we're about to have company, actually. I just got a text from the son of the people who are paying me to house sit here, who I'm very good friends with, by the way. His wife, he's the one I did the graphic novel review of Hush with. He's the one whose wife I'm lending it to. She's great. Thank you. I know I'm pretty. Thank you, Jack Daniel. Not a very clever username, but thank you anyways. And an hour ago, they messaged me saying, we're heading towards town. And they only live 30 minutes from here. So, there's a formerly famous country singer and on our town square right now signing autographs and selling albums. So I think they're going to see her. Not that anyone gives a fucking shit because she's dumb and she hasn't released a song in 12 years. So who cares about your new album? You haven't released a song in 12 years and nobody cares. This sun's pissing me off. We're moving. Fuck, where are we going? Oh Lord, he coming. Fixed it. I'll just hold the chip bag here. What are we talking about? Were we talking about something? Because I totally went off on a tangent and I don't remember what we're talking about. Oh, I want to do some. If anyone's interested in joining our Patreon, however you pronounce it, I don't fucking care. If anyone's interested in joining it, I plan on doing some giveaways. I'm going to do some trading card giveaways on the $1 tier and then some more expensive trading cards on the $5 tier. Then I plan to give away some Ultraman action figures on the $10 tier. What the fuck was that? I heard some shit. I think Jaden Mister is not watching this live. I think he's watching it like from the beginning because his messages are all way late. Shit. This light fucking sucks ass. Hello, by the way. Here's. I should text my friend and tell him to bring me a fucking snack. Well, I have to leave here a little after 8 anyways to go take care of a different dog and some chickens and stuff. I'm going to come right back. And then I'll probably watch Adult Swim. Okay, so a Godzilla versus Gamera movie. Once again, Toho's not big on crossovers. Some writers did want Gamera to just show up as a corpse in a Godzilla movie one time, which would have been a super dumb thing to do. Why pay for the rights to Gamera just to have its dead body wash up on the beach? That's stupid. A Godzilla versus Gamera movie is probably something that Toho would do if they had complete control over it. Toho might do that if they had complete control over it. But the studio that makes Gamera is probably never going to make another Gamera film, to be completely honest. I bet, saying that another Gamera film will probably never be made is probably a safe bet. I have not seen Gamera 4. I wouldn't even know where to fucking find Gamera 4. If you have a link to it that's not, virus riddled, link it to me. But no, I have not seen the Gamera 4. Let's prop this up. Yeah, block that sunlight, bitch. It was shown at G-Fest 2012. I don't fucking remember that. I was there, and I don't remember that. I was there. Oh, was it shown on Sunday? Because I left Sunday morning. If it was shown on Sunday, I wasn't there. So if it was shown on Sunday, I definitely didn't see it. Because I left Sunday morning. I didn't stay the full Sunday. This is a pretty well, I didn't go 2014, so this is a pretty good live stream. Pretty strong live stream. Had a lot of good chat. Sometimes I do it because on live streams like this, I kind of just rely on the chat to keep me talking, and lots of people. One just ask me the same questions over and over, and it gets boring. But will I make any fan films anytime soon? Oh, do you not know about Toku King? Do you not know about Toku King? My web series, Toku King? So we're working on this series called Toku King, which is an homage to like Power Rangers, Godzilla, etc. And it takes place in a universe where like all the Power Rangers, Kamen Riders, and Ultramen have either lost their powers, left the planet, or died in this alternate future. And then there's one hero called Toku King who goes searching for their weapons, so that he can use them to fight the monsters that have overrun the world. And there is going to be a monster. I can't link you to it because episode 1 isn't out yet. I probably would have filmed episode 1 already, but even if I had filmed it, I wouldn't have it uploaded yet because the theme song isn't done. The theme song is still being worked on because the person doing our instrumentals just crapped out on us. So we have to find another person to do instrumentals. And I still haven't finished the costume for the hero. But the only reason I haven't finished the costume for the hero is just because I haven't really had a time pressure to do it. Because I've been waiting to film when it gets cooler, and it's starting to get a little cooler. So I'll probably want to film soon. Because the thing is, I live in the South USA, and here in Georgia, it gets really fucking hot, and I don't want to have actors in monster suits out in this heat because they will literally die. They'll have a fucking heat stroke, and I just straight up don't want to put them through that. Even if they didn't have a heat stroke, it would still be hell. So I just want to do it when it gets a little cooler, maybe like fall. Spring would probably be the best time to do it, but I'd like to get an episode filmed before then if I can. But even if I get an episode filmed, I can't post it till the damn theme song's done because I can't put the opening. I can't put the goddamn opening theme in it then. But yeah, if you want to donate to Toku King, we'll probably have some more Indiegogos coming out for it soon. Because it's a 10-episode series. Just season 1 is 10 episodes. And I raised enough money for 2 episodes. And then I put a lot of my own money into it as well already. So after the first 2 episodes, I'll probably have another Indiegogo for episode 3. And y'all can donate to that if you wish to support the project, if you like the show at that point. Because I don't want to ask for any more money for Toku King until Sun's got a lot better. I don't want to ask for any more money for Toku King until I actually have something out to show you guys, I don't want to ask for any more money until episode 1 is out. Let me turn some lights on because now it's getting dark. But yeah, Toku King is going to have a Toho Kaiju in it. I'm not going to tell you which one. But it should be good. Oh, and do you know the Kaiju YouTuber Samson West? He does a lot of Godzilla action figure videos. He's going to be in it. We're buds. He only lives like 2 hours from me. So he's going to be in it. Let me put this down. Fuck my tight hole. Oh, God, I'm sweaty. Why am I sweaty? Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all cheap and people relax. I know it's cool. I wanna fuck your tight ass. I wanna fuck your pussy. Ooh, Daddy's back. He's your childhood hero? Okay. That's cool. He's going to act in it and he's going to work on it behind the scenes. He's a good guy. He's a great guy. Go subscribe to him if you haven't. He has some very interesting videos because he collects a lot of Godzilla stuff that most people on YouTube don't collect. So most people on YouTube collect like more 6-inch, 8-inch scale stuff. He collects a lot larger stuff and a lot more retro type stuff. So his videos are pretty unique, and he does some pretty good unboxings too. What if in the MonsterVerse they create a new mecha Muto? It's not going to happen, I doubt. They might make a new mecha. I doubt it'll be a Muto. But there's a mecha somewhere in the MonsterVerse. We just haven't seen it yet. Oh, that's the AC. I thought it was a car. I'm stupid. I'm just waiting for them to get here because I know people are coming. Oh, Lord, they coming. You know what I'm saying? I got sweaty fast. I don't know why I'm sweaty. Kong would win that fight, I'm sure. Behemoth didn't give off the impression that he'd be great in a fight, to be completely honest. I got more fucking text messages. I'm gonna tell my mom to steal a dog. My mom is at my grandma's house right now trying to convince my grandmother to let my mom take my grandmother's dog to my house to have a sleepover. My mom loves my grandma's dog so much she's trying to fucking take it away from my grandma. Insane. Jaden Mister is so far behind. It's okay though. You just wanted to watch the whole thing. It's all Gucci gang. YOLO swagger. There's a Bigfoot outside. Dude. That's just a hillbilly. Never mind. There's a lot of hillbillies around here. What? Pip, I hear you doing stuff. What are you doing? Pip, I'm going to cut you. Trying to get cut? Oh, she's going to her chair. She has her own special chair. I doubt there's going to be a Mecha Skullcrawler, but a Mecha Skullcrawler would probably be pretty cool looking. Doggy. Doggy. Where you going? You getting in your chair? What are you doing? Okay. She's being weird. She just keeps hopping in and out of her chair. What's your deal? What's your deal? I think Jaden Mister wants me to do a B3 reads of Godzilla in Hell, but that would be stupid because everyone would watch it and think it was dumb because there's no dialogue in that whole book. There's like a narration for a little bit, but it's almost entirely visual, which is why I said it wouldn't translate well to film. And I'm never going to read anything like that for B3 reads. Because I'm only going to read things I can make fun of for B3 reads. And Godzilla in Hell is pretty damn awesome. Jet Jaguar! Jet Jaguar! There's no way Jet Jaguar is going to be in the MonsterVerse. If they're going to license a monster from Toho, they're going to license something recognizable. But I would fucking love for Jet Jaguar to make a comeback, dude. Jet Jaguar is fucking dope. I want to see Jet Jaguar. I want to see Megaloman. I want to see Zone Fighter. You guys know who Megaloman is? Hold on. Let me. Here we go. He's like Zone Fighter. But just a different hero. And while Zone Fighter had like a Godzilla continuity and did. They call him the Flaming Superman, which sounds gay, but like in a cool way. Not that being gay isn't cool, kids. Anyway, so it says here the first Megaloman was the king of planet Rosetta, Go Shinshido, and defended it until one tragic day. The Black Star Army invaded Rosetta, and the king's wife Rosemary and their son Takashi fled to Earth. The Black Star Army sent a strong monster named Kamageddon to attack Earth, and Tagashi was the Earth's only hope. Rosemary gave Tagashi his father's bracelets, which allow him to transform into Megaloman. Takashi defeats Kaminagon, and from that day forth was known as the new Megaloman. Seems fire-based. He's taller than Zone Fighter, apparently, but shorter than Spectraman, if anyone gives a shit. But he's also taller than Ultraman Taro, and he's taller than Green Man, as if anyone cares. But yeah, here, I'll send you a link. Because I'm such a good, fucking guy. I've never watched a full episode of Zone Fighter in my life. Watched a shit ton of Iron King, though. Seen it twice. I love Iron King. Hello, Sleepbound. Welcome to the live stream, Dab. Do you think the Fallen Kingdom series would be a good comic series? Fallen Kingdom, Fallen Kingdom, Fallen Kingdom, Fallen Kingdom. Fallen. What? Oh, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom sucked ass. It was really fucking bad. That's why I didn't remember, because I pushed it out of my mind because it sucked dick. I also, yeah, when I Googled Fallen Kingdom, actually, the Minecraft one was the first one to pop up. A Minecraft parody of Coldplay's Viva La Vida. Stupid. That's so dumb. Viva La, oh my god, Coldplay. Fuck, I'm not that white. Dab. Oh, you guys were asking me about profit on Pokemon cards the other day. I pulled a $150 Pokemon card out of a pack recently. It was insane. 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 Okay, let's look up this Zone Fighter DVD dollars. Hell no. And there's no read up on it. It's kind of a sketchy. I bet this is bootleg. Oh, this is probably bootleg. 5 DVD-R discs. Oh my god, this is totally bootleg. This just looks hella bootleg to me. I'm probably looking at the wrong one. But this was the first one that popped up. It's got a picture of Heisei Ghidorah on it. Yeah, uh-huh. This is definitely a bootleg. That's Heisei Ghidorah on the box. You can't fool me. Let's see if we can find a different one. Zone Fighter series 6 DVD set. This one looks more legit. Yeah, this one looks legit. Okay. 6 DVD set, $30. That makes sense. $30 makes sense. Zone Fighter, known in Japan as Meteor Human Zone, is a tokusatsu science fiction superhero television series produced by Toho. The show aired on Nippon Television from April 2nd to April 24th, 1973, with a total of 26 episodes. It was canceled due to the oil crisis of 1973. This was Toho's answer to not only the popular Ultra series, but to the Heishin hero phenomenon started by shows like Kamen Rider and Android Kikaider. If you haven't watched Kamen Rider, it's like one of my favorite shows ever. It's so good. The previous year, Toho had just made their successful first superhero show, Rainbow Man. I've heard of that too. The series is also notable for its guest appearances by Toho's own Godzilla, as well as 2 other Toho monsters, King Ghidorah and Gigan. Japanese language only, no subtitles. Why would I buy it without subtitles? I want to know what's fucking happening, don't I? So that one's stupid, but it looked real. Zone Fighter, complete series. These just seem like ones people. Most of the ones just seem like things people are burning, and they look like shit. I just KRDL this motherfucker. I'm on eBay right now. What's G-Fest like? It's fine. It's less crowded than other conventions just because it's so specific, you know? And since most of the fans are overseas, you know, they aren't there. So it's not that crowded. And it's cheap to get into. It's like $40 for the whole weekend. That's a great price. Zone Fighter DVD 2016. It's the exact same damn thing. Are you sure this was an official release? Are you sure this was an official release for the West? Because it might exist for. Okay, here's news about it. Toho is finally re-releasing Zone Fighter on DVD into 5 individual volumes, so you can't buy the complete. You can't buy the complete set. On September, no English subtitles, as to be expected. This series, so it was just for Japan. It wasn't for us. That's why I can't find one, because it was just for Japan. There's no subs. I don't care if there's not any subs. I'm not gonna just watch it and jerk off till the monster fights. If I want to watch just the monster fights, I'll just watch clips on YouTube or some shit. You know? I accidentally just hit myself in the nuts and I'm trying to pretend like it doesn't hurt, but it does. Ooh. It would actually cost way more than a Monster Art to visit G-Fest because I would have to get plane tickets and a hotel room and buy meals. And that's still several $100s even if I don't buy anything while I'm there, souvenir-wise. And you know I'm gonna. Last time I got this beautiful art print from Matt Frank of King Ghidorah fighting the Ultra Brothers on the fucking moon, and it was awesome. It was fucking sick. What about Biollante? I have 2 copies of the complete Ultraman, and I've had them since I was in high school, which was years ago, many years ago. I probably had Ultraman on DVD for like a decade. But I think Biollante will show up in the MonsterVerse. No, because this is the same answer to Jet Jaguar in the MonsterVerse. Biollante isn't recognizable enough to be worth the Okay, I don't want the Monster Arts Biollante. It's too big. It takes up too much room. I have the movie Monster Series Biollante, and it does just fine. I don't know how much it costs, so. You know about the new Showa series set? Well, there are several Showa Ultraman series. But if you're asking about the original one and Ultra Q, yes, I know. Read everything about it. I know they're they're trying to do every Ultra series on Blu-ray, which I think is nice. I think that's really nice. Ba, 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 ba. don't want to get the Godzilla Criterion collection. It's really expensive for one thing, but it's like a justifiable price. Like the price for the Criterion collection is high, but it's completely justifiable. The amount of movies that are in there, totally fair price, Blu-ray, special set, totally fine price. But the thing is, I already have most of those movies on DVD or Blu-ray. The only ones I don't are Son of Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Megalon, but I have VHS copies of both. So I'd basically just be buying it to get those two movies, and I'm not going to do that. Hopefully, the Criterion people will release single DVDs or single Blu-rays of these movies for people to buy down the road, and then I can just get Megalon and Son of Godzilla. Because the only Godzilla movies I don't have in my collection are the 3 anime films, because there aren't any English releases of them, and if I got them, it would just be to have them and say I have a complete set, because to be honest, they suck, and I honestly don't ever want to watch them again. They're so bad. But I have Son of Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Megalon on VHS. I have multiple copies of Godzilla vs. Megalon on VHS, but I don't have any modern copies. I just need some modern copies. I do have the Gamera trilogy on Blu-ray. It's fantastic. I love it. I've actually been meaning to rewatch it recently. I've been meaning to rewatch it. I don't have Gamera the Brave. I've seen it. I've seen it a couple times, but I've just never really, like, if I come across it for a good price, I'll grab it, but it's not something I've actively sought out. You know? It's just not anything I've actively sought out. God damn, I'm getting a lot of fucking messages. My mom just sent me a message saying, I bought the dog that today. She should be mine, but I love how happy she makes your grandmother. Holy shit, Mom. What a thing to say. Oh, my mom's crazy, but I love her. Jesus Christ. Mom, you're weird. Favorite Godzilla film? Everybody knows that. GMK. Because it's GMOK. I hate myself. Love GMK. I shouldn't be sitting like this. Sitting like this always makes my fucking back hurt, but I'm doing it anyway. Before you ask, favorite Godzilla design, Shin Godzilla 4th Form. Something about it just strikes me. It's ferocious. It's horrifying. I love it. It's got such a presence. Ugh. Yeah, I get asked that every live stream. Favorite Godzilla film? Every live stream, without fail. But it's fine. Easy enough question to answer. You guys want to go to the bathroom with me? What was that fucking sound? Hey, who's here? They always show up without telling me. I could be jacking off for all they know. Hey! Oh, I think it's there's a bird that always pecks at the window. I think it's just that bird. Ah, my back. God is sin. Jeez, what kind of question is that? If any Showa, Godzilla, any... Are you kidding? Favorite Millennium film? Yeah, it's GMK, of course. If any Showa, Godzilla, Any Heisei Godzilla not including Burning and just Godzilla 2000 fought and were all equal scale, who would win? What an oddly specific but also broad question. I mean, does it really matter? Probably 2000. He's the one confirmed with the regeneration thing. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't care. I don't care which one would win. Showa Godzillas are the smarter ones, though, because remember, Showa Godzilla was really fucking smart. Like, he could have conversations. God, now you got me thinking about it. You tricked me. It's all good. BRB, Daddy's gotta pee. In the arms of an angel, far away from here. In the arms of an angel. You guys hear that scream? I hate myself. Oh, it looks like I got a few messages. Who would win? One Godzilla? Both those Godzillas are almost exactly the same. They're the same. They just look different. Am I right? Burning Godzilla versus Final Wars. I don't know, man. Stop asking me which Godzillas could beat each other. I don't know the answers. Godzilla Jr. or Zilla Jr.? Godzilla Jr., I guess. What? She's going to the door. That often means she. Okay, either someone's here or she has to go to the bathroom. So now I'm going to take the dog to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Hey, you need to go to the bathroom? Can you go potty? Can you go potty? Good for nothing type of brother. Okay, I just put her outside. You know what? I've gotten up several times and I haven't gotten myself anything else to drink because I'm stupid. But also, my nipples are hard. I hate myself more than you could possibly imagine. So, blip. The thing is, I hate myself. My damn webpage ain't loading. Who would win, Ultraman or Zone Fighter? Probably Ultraman. To be honest, Ultraman's monsters are a lot tougher than Zone Fighter's monsters. Zone Fighter is bigger than Ultraman, but let's assume they're the same scale. I'd say Ultraman more than likely. Even though 1966 Ultraman is easily the weakest one. He doesn't even have a fucking name. Have you ever thought about that? The original Ultraman doesn't have a name. He doesn't have a name. It's sad, really. Sometimes people call him Ultraman Hayata, but I mean, that's not his name. Is it, though? What about all the others? Ultraman Max, Ultraman Mebius, Ultraman Russo, Ultraman Blue. Is Ultraman his name? Because that's a shitty name for an Ultraman. Ultraman's the name of his people. It's not his name. What's his name? He ain't got one because no one loves him. He was thrown in the gutter as a child. He had to prostitutalize himself to survive. Had to eat rats. Gucci Gang. Feels pretty good outside right now because I just. Oh, now she's begging at the door to be let back in. God damn it. Cuck! Cuck! Good for nothing. I'm a brother. Yeah. Oh, you bring me this toy because you want me to throw this toy? Go get that toy. Name all the Ultra Heroes and Monster Arts figures you own. Why? That's so many. I think I've reviewed most, if not all of them. Well, I don't think I reviewed my Monster Arts Gigan. I reviewed it, and I had the footage, and then I lost the footage, and I didn't want to refilm it. Gigan, Burning Godzilla, fuck, poster version Godzilla. I don't know, man. A bunch of them. Yeah, I'm glad I got that Gigan when it came out. Motherfucker, it's so expensive now. I, of course, have it displayed as Chainsaw Gigan as well. It's a really good figure. For Ultraman, I have the Ultra Act like Max and Belial and Mirror Knight, Glenfire. I got Figure Arts Orb Origin. Is there another Figure Arts Ultraman I have? Yes, Ultra 7. I have Figure Arts Ultra 7. I have the poster version Mecha Godzilla. I have the Comic-Con exclusive Godzilla from like 2012. What the fuck else? I have Little Godzilla original release, Space Godzilla original release, Godzilla Jr. original release, Destroya original release, Godzilla 1964. I have Revoltech Baragon. That's. Oh, I have the Mothra Larva Batra Larva 2-pack, I think. I have the GMK Godzilla. I have Godzilla 2001. Who else do I fucking have? I just don't remember. When you have so many figures, it's really hard to just name a ton of them like that. A Monster X Kaiser Ghidorah 2-pack would be an absolutely awful idea. That would be a terrible idea. Do you know how expensive that would be? A Kaiser Ghidorah by itself could easily be $200. And then you want to add Monster X onto that? Monster X could easily be 100 by himself. If Monster Arts ever makes them, they absolutely have to be separate releases. If they made a, you know what? I don't get a lot of big Monster Arts, but if they made a Monster Arts GMK Ghidorah, I might get it. I thought about getting the GMK Shin, and I still might because it's still a fair price. If NECA made Monster X, aka Kaiser, it would probably be $25. I know GMK Ghidorah is tiny. That's why I would buy it, because it's smaller and it'd be cheaper. But if what were we talking about? Oh, if NECA made Kaiser Ghidorah, it'd probably be $150 also, to be completely honest. Because I mean, look at their Alien Queen figures, you know? They said the reason they weren't making NECA said the reason they weren't making the 2019 Ghidorah is because they thought no one would buy it for that price. And it's not that people aren't willing to buy it for that price. It's that there are so many other options for that figure out there. Like for $25, you could get the movie Monster series. For $15, or $10 to $15, you could get the Jakks Pacific one. And the thing is, if you're gonna pay that much for the NECA, why not just get the Monster Arts? I think NECA didn't make a Ghidorah because they specifically thought they could not compete with Monster Arts. If Monster Arts didn't exist, I think NECA would have made the 2019 Ghidorah. But Monster Arts does exist. So I think Monster Arts, they won't say it out flat, but I think Monster Arts is specifically the reason they won't do it. NECA Final Wars Goji is definitely going to happen eventually, right? I mean, because NECA has the rights to do almost any Godzilla. They can't do 2019, or not 2019. They can't do 2017 anime Godzilla for some reason, but I don't think there's anything stopping them from doing the 2018 Godzilla. Because like they can't make a 2017 Godzilla for the same reason that the Monster Arts 2017 Godzilla couldn't be released in the States. You have to get it from Japan, which is why it's so fucking expensive. But you could get the 2018 one here in the States. I know you can, because the comic shop that I posted a link for at the top of the chat has one. I don't think it's on their website, but they have one in the store. Because what's in the store isn't on the website. What's in the back, what's in storage, is on the website. Could NECA do a 1998? Well, I don't know. There's kind of the licensing for the 1998 Godzilla is very complicated. So I don't know. I just don't know. But I bet Monster Arts never makes Zilla. I would bet you anything Monster Arts never makes Zilla or 1998's Godzilla. I bet you they don't, ever. The only reason he was in Final Wars was just so he could be killed. That's it. So why would they make a high quality, expensive figure like that for him? They're not gonna. It's not gonna happen. Are you kidding me? Zilla Jr. would be even less likely. And besides, it's the same look pretty much, just slightly different coloration. It's not going to happen. Just don't expect a figure of Zilla, period, to come out anytime soon. I'm getting hungry again. I had a burger for lunch, and since then I've only had a handful of chips. That's all that was left in here. Ooh, it smells good though. Oh fuck, it smells good. Oh, my tits are so large. What are you fucking looking at? Just kidding. Can NECA do Hanna-Barbera? Well, they definitely can't do Godzuki. And they definitely can't do any of the monsters or mechs from Hanna-Barbera Godzilla. And you know what? I bet they can't do Hanna-Barbera Godzilla, period. I think they might have to get... Because the rights to the Godzilla character are Toho's, but the design rights to the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla should still belong to Turner. So you would have to get permission from Toho and Turner to make a Hanna-Barbera Godzilla. And is that worth it to NECA? Is that worth it for a Godzilla design that's not popular for the average collector? Probably not. Look, if NECA could get the license to make Mechagodzilla in 1993, I'm sure they would. It all depends on what they can get. Because the thing about NECA is they wanted to make Godzilla in the 6-inch scale, which was smart because that's what most Godzilla collectors have, the 6-inch scale. However, Bandai has the 6-inch scale rights in a fucking vice grip, and they're not letting them go. What the fuck? Look at that tall ass hair on the top of my head. Look at that thing sticking straight the fuck up. Look at that. Motherfucker. It's like a little horn. I don't think NECA would make big kaiju like any of the Ghidorahs or a Biollante or a Destroya unless unless sales of other non-Godzillas could justify that. You know what I mean? I feel like NECA would try to stick to the smaller kaiju first. But if I could have NECA make one monster, it would be Megalon. I don't have a... Well, I have a Megalon figure, but it's like a Marmot Megalon, so it's not... It doesn't fit in well with most of my collection. It's pretty cool, though. I should review that sometime. It's still in package, but I was thinking about opening it. What? Mechagodzilla 1993 is not the same size as Biollante. NECA Showa Gigan would be great, because Gigan's my favorite Godzilla enemy, and I would love that. My favorite Godzilla ally is Varan, by the way, even though we've pretty much never seen him fight alongside Godzilla. Not in anything big. But look, honestly, if NECA made any Godzilla kaiju, I'd get it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I wouldn't. I'd even get a fucking Gabara. I don't, I actually have the YMSF Gabara open mouth version, and it's pretty damn cool. I really like my YMSF Gabara. Did I get it at G-Fest? I think I did get that fucker at G-Fest. Which Godzilla? Let me think if there's a Godzilla design I wouldn't buy a figure of. You know what? I'm not sure there is. I can't think of one. I can't believe my fucking friend's not here yet. Oh shit, I have to go in a bit. 67 Is that Son of Godzilla? I have a 67 Godzilla. It's about this big, and it's from NECA. Because NECA made those Godzilla miniatures in 2014, and I have every single NECA Godzilla miniature, and they did do a 1967 miniature Godzilla, and I do have that. My leg's been kind of sore the past couple days. I don't know what I did to it, but right under the knee, it feels like I'm bruised bad, but it doesn't look bruised at all. I don't know. I think NECA should make a Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead seems right up their alley because they do all those 80s horror figures all the time, but they don't have a Pumpkinhead. And I think NECA could make a damn good Pumpkinhead too. I fucking love Pumpkinhead. It's one of my favorite goddamn movies. Pumpkinhead's fucking amazing. If you haven't seen Pumpkinhead, you're missing out. That's a good fucking film. Fuck. Pinky swear. NECA made this diorama that I really want, and it's really nice. It's just like a building, the side of a building, but it's really cool. It's over $100 though. I think Funko made the Five Nights at Freddy figures. I don't know how I fucking know that because I've never played that game, but I'm pretty sure Funko made them. Because Funko also made the Rick and Morty figures, and I did buy those. Well, I bought the first wave, but they sucked ass, so I didn't buy the second wave. You know, I was really hoping NECA would do Skull Island figures, and then they didn't. But I bet you NECA tries to make a Kong for. I bet you NECA tries to make a Kong. I bet you NECA tries to make a Kong for the 2020 movie. I bet they try to at least. If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. But I bet you they try to. NECA Frozen Shin Godzilla? I don't see the point. It would basically just be a repainted figure with a different tail, just like the monster art. Oh, the monster art. I think the Monster Arts Frozen Shin Godzilla is the dumbest thing in the world. Why would I pay over $100 for a super articulated frozen Shin Godzilla who all he does is sit in the same position? Insane. I don't think NECA would do a 2-pack for Godzilla versus Kong, but I do think they would try to make a Kong. And I know NECA can make good ape figures because they made those awesome Planet of the Apes figures. NECA made some great Planet of the Apes figures for the classic and the new films. Um, I don't. The thing is, I don't feel that I need a specific figure of Frozen Shin Godzilla because I I don't think I need a Frozen Shin Godzilla figure because I have the Godzilla statue figure from the Godzilla store in Japan, and I just don't see the point in another Frozen Shin because that's kind of my Frozen Shin. I just kind of have that be my Frozen Shin. Thank you, Water Boy. It's not my lamp, but it is nice though. Uh, Thank you, Jerry Hoofer. You remember me from something, and I'm glad. I don't know what you remember me from, but you remember me from something, and that makes me smile. NECA Exilian. I don't see the point in either the Showa or Millennium Exilian being made, but if they made an Exilian, I'd rather have a classic one because I have the Bandai of the Final Wars one, and I only got it because it was like $5. Uh, Hello, Hugh. I have a Christmas T-shirt on because I need to do laundry. I have a Christmas T-shirt on because I need to do Hella's laundry. Hello, the white man. Wow, lots of people joined in. This is my friend's mom's lamp, actually. Uh, this isn't my house. This straight up is not my house. Uh, I'm house and dog sitting because it's Labor Day weekend, and I have this kind of, and I house and dog sit for all my for like my friends' parents. Oh, it's weird. But yeah, I actually have to go in a little bit to go feed another dog and some chickens. I have to get some chicken eggs out of the coop. Uh, what was I talking about? Before I talked about dog sitting. Yeah, this is my friend's mom's lamp. And they should be here soon. I thought they'd be here by now. My friend's coming over at some point. NECA Blue Mothra. What do you mean by Blue Mothra? Do you mean like Aqua Mothra? That'd be kind of cool. I don't really care if the poster Mechagodzilla is in a movie. I don't. They'll never do that. Is the thing. Um, is they'll never do that. But it is a good look. I have that monster art, and it's a very good look. Vandalize the house, then they won't pay me to stay here anymore. They're giving me money to sit here and talk to you guys. Well, they're giving me money to feed the dog and water the plants and etc. But uh, still, man, a 2019 repaint. Should NECA do another 2019 repaint? They already have one hitting shelves now and another one coming out later. They don't need a fourth 2019 repaint. Uh, put, put nuts in the dishes. Maybe. That'd be a nice prank. Ooh, one time I was here hanging out with her son and daughter-in-law, and they like turned a bunch of pictures upside down to see if she would notice. And she did very quickly. What is it, doggy? She's making noise. Just like groaning. Why are you groaning? What are you doing? I think she's just pouting. Uh, Lots of NECA Godzilla 1974 to 75. Sure. Why not? I actually like that Godzilla look a lot. I could fart right now, actually. I ain't gonna do it on cam though. Then there'll be evidence. Can't have no evidence. Hey doggy, what you doing? Oh hey. Hey good girl. Hey good doggy. Oh you come. What you doing? What you doing? Oh, yes, I love kisses. What? Oh. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. I'm not gonna slap this dog. This dog is an angel. Oh my gosh. NECA Titanosaurus would be decent. I'd get that. I have the Toys Dream Project Titanosaurus though. I really like that one. Mine's kind of beat up though. Right, doggy? Don't look at me. Don't lay on that book. What's your name, son? That's how I imagine you sound. NECA's never gonna make a zone fighter. NECA's never gonna make a zone fighter. That'd be cool though. But they're never gonna do it. Because it's not something they can sell to a big audience here. Camera? Probably not. Not that anyone's doing anything with camera. They could. But once again, NECA's not gonna have a need to make Gamera unless a new movie comes out. Or so I've already farted on the pillow multiple times today. You don't have to worry about that. NECA's probably never going to do Ultraman either unless we get like an American Ultraman thing, and then maybe they'll do something. Right, Pip? Right, Pip? Yeah. I don't know where they. I don't know why they're not here yet. I don't know why they're not here yet, Pip. Yes, I will pet you. Very good dog. Hedora seems like I'm sure they'd be willing to do it, but Hedora seems like a character that would be difficult to make super articulated just because of how its design is. You know what I mean? It doesn't really have points of articulation. It's kind of just a sludge. It's kind of just a sludge. Just like me. Ugh, I should probably go. This live stream's still pretty hopping, and I don't want to stop streaming, but it's after 8, so I really have to go. I really have to go take care of the chicken coop. NECA Biolante? I already kind of answered that, didn't I? Remember, because I said NECA probably won't do any of the big monsters like that unless they can sell a lot of the smaller ones, and the line probably reaches a certain profit threshold. Remember? Okay, the thing about Rose version though is there that much of a demand for it? other than from the most hardcore of hardcore fans? Would a casual Godzilla fan want a Biolante Rose version? Probably not. NECA 1956 Rodan I would kill for. What? I love the 1956 Rodan. It's so beautiful. What a great suit. None of the Showa suits were as good as it. The Heisei and Millennium suits didn't even come close to it. 2019 Rodan's a pretty good look. I'd say it's up there with 1956, but 1956 Rodan is so fucking nice. NECA Space Godzilla would work. Worked for Monster Arts, didn't it? The Monster Arts one's pretty good. It's got some stiff legs, like its legs don't want to bend real well. But the rest of the figure's pretty dope. And I think a NECA one wouldn't be as fragile as the Monster Arts one, because if my Monster Arts one fell over, it would be done. It would be done, bitch. It'd be done. Right, Pip? I'd get a NECA Manila. I would. For sure. Any movie Monster Series figures? Yeah, a ton of them. Those are like the easiest ones to collect. The cheapest ones to collect. A bunch of them. I mentioned earlier in this stream, I have the movie Monster Series Biolante. Those guys asked if I'd want a NECA one, and I said I don't see the need because I like my movie Monster Series one. I have movie Monster Series Shin and anime Godzilla stuff. I have a bunch of movie Monster Series figures. Bunch of them. I guess the Millennium King Caesar doesn't look that different from the Showa one. He's just maybe a little thinner and not as shaggy. You know what I mean? The NECA, the Millennium King Caesar just looks like a Showa King Caesar that's taking good care of himself. He just looks like he got a haircut and he slims down a little bit. That's all. It'd probably be easier to make a super articulated figure of the 2004 King Caesar because it doesn't have all that hair in the way. And it would be easier to have room for articulation, to be completely honest. That being said, I like the Showa King Caesar a lot more. He does more. He seems to be stronger, to be completely honest. And I don't know. I just like him. 1974 blood repaint. You mean like when he gets the like missiles stuck in his chest? Is that what you mean? That'd be cool. I could only if it had the missiles in the chest though. The missiles would have to be in the chest. It couldn't just be a repaint. It would have to have a new sculpted torso. I'd buy a figure of any Anguirus. I would prefer a 55 Anguirus just because I don't fucking have one. But if NECA made an Anguirus, it would probably be the second look for Anguirus. I doubt it would be the Final Wars one. The most likely one is the one that's appeared on screen the most, which is the second Showa one. Behind the scenes stuff for Monster Island Buddies isn't really news to me. I don't really care about what goes on behind the scenes. I know King Caesar is voiced by somebody different than they used to be because I think he mentioned that in one of the secrets videos or something. Yeah, I need a 19. I don't have a 1955 Godzilla or Anguirus. I just straight up don't, and I need some because there's no real good 1955 6-inch Anguirus at all. Bandai Creations was gonna make one, but then they pushed out. And Bandai Japan has a 55 Anguirus like that, but it's just a black and white fucking repaint
of the one that comes after it. And then there's also another one that's like red in the front, and I actually think that's a really good looking figure. And it's supposed to be 55, but it's not. It's not 55. It's obviously the Destroy All Monsters look. I kind of need to go. I don't want to go. I'm loving this chat, but oh, God, you keep sending me stuff and I can't leave. NECA Monster Arts. If they make one, they got to have it with the split shell articulation. I don't agree with that because it's you only see the split shell in some fight scenes, and that might be hard to make mechanic wise. I bet they wouldn't do it. No, Pip fell asleep. Okay, I have to go. I have to go take care of chickens. It'll only take me like 10 minutes, but I don't want to leave this sitting without me for 10 minutes, you know? Plus, at some point, a couple people are going to be here and I'll have to stop the stream anyways. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and end it. Thank you all very much for the support. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, Patreon. Patreon's a big help, and I want to do giveaways, but I want to do them on Patreon so they're worth it to me. Thank you for sticking around for this stream for so long. This is probably one of the most active streams we've ever had on here. Ever. And that's dope. That's dank. That's memes. That's spicy memes. So I'll see you all next time. I'll try to do this again soonish. Fuck you.